So, welcome back to Transport Fever. This is going to be, I think, episode 5. Um, and what I'm looking to do here is pretty much we've got the southern side cargo hub nailed. It's working really well. We've got 145 mil. We're making 20 mil a go. I want to build a cargo hub up here. So, I want to have it centralized somewhere where I can have everything pouring into and then back out again. So, I'm thinking of probably putting it in here just so we can get some of the trains coming down like that, and then back again. So yeah, I'll probably go around like that one through here, this up and back in again, and then we'll join the whole lot back up to our other hub. So yeah, I'm thinking of probably that way maybe, although then if they're coming in, maybe that way, and I'll do a loopy loop in here somewhere. But I'll have a bit of a play around with that, and I'll do that as a time lapse so you don't have to hear me umming and ahhing and designing it, and I'll come back to you at the end. Catch you all later on. So after all those cargo hubs are built and sorted out, and everything's now running efficiently and good. Talk about, I don't know, probably close to 2 hours myself, and I reckon you've watched about a 10 to 12 minute time lapse. So we've got here, the cargo hub here is doing its job. Down here we've got lots of cogs, we've got tons of planks, steel and timber bouncing around. One interesting thing is keep an eye on this. The train hub trunk line, which goes between the two cargo hubs, planks, steel, wood, right? Lots of it. So if we come up here to this other one, which is the northern, I'm calling it hub, and if we go to the hub trunk line, again, timber, steel, planks, and a good. So timber, steel, and planks is bouncing between the two trunk lines. I don't understand why, but each one is making money. So I'm not going to argue about it. If the game wants to bounce goods between each other, it can knock itself out. This is the second one here. So we've got train lines. Let's go this way so we get the graphic out of the way. We've got train lines coming from both sides. We are using the same station on both sides. We do have a couple spare in the middle. I may end up later on in other episodes when we get more demand, splitting this up so each one gets its own line and extending the lines out, if it will let me, or putting another station next door and linking them together somehow. I'm sure with a road we can go back-to-back stations. The game seems to like putting roads in. Now, a couple of things I did notice was that is, we come down to here. Good, they're all linked together. That was one issue I had. I think the other one I had was up here somewhere. Same sort of thing. We are shipping in a ton of goods, as you can see via these little hubs here. Click on the right icon. We've got a ton of goods. We've got a ton of vehicles. They're moseying in. Now, if we have a look at Oakland here, just as a recap, we are good shipping there. We are shipping a ton of fuel. Now, that's interesting because this one here says we've got 26. This says we have shipping 113. And if we have a look here, we've got 83 here. Train is here somewhere. Here it comes. Yes, the trains are slow, but it is still only 19 and 12. I've bumped it up to 1 speed just so we can try and get through these gates a bit better. 920s trucks, I think, and I want to get up higher. So we are taking on a ton of fuel here. Cool, almost full of fuel and oil, refined oil, so that'll come up to the plastic. Here we've got 122, so we'll dump it off, pick it up. So Boston's doing really well. It had a dip when I turned the cargo hubs on. It crashed massively. Only because the game was trying to sort itself out what it was trying to do with the cargo hub. I'm imagining. We are growing. We have some awesome buildings. Whoa. Awesome buildings here. I mean, look at the detail on these buildings. And I'm now inside the building. That's a bit weird, that is. I guess that's what it looks out on. So these buildings here are pretty cool. We are growing nicely. 1911. So yeah, we've got buildings growing. We've got shipping facilities here. We've got an industrial building. Come over here. We've got a residential building with 8 people. Same. We are taking off nicely. We've got little homes. I mean, that is a little commercial building. It's like a little English pub, I reckon that is. That looks awesome with all the trees, little tables at the back. Next door we've got a commercial building with some pallets, boxes of goods. I'm not sure what that says. Henry's General Store. We've got the Renaissance, which is another building here, which is taking tools. So we've got space to build. We've got space to grow. So this town here is getting 4 lots of goods. We are getting there with all of them. That's shipping. So give it another little while and that should level up. Boston is, again, had a dip, but it's taking up again. It's got 100% of everything it needs. We are growing people here, which is good. Coming over here to Washington. Again, we had the dip with the cargo hub. You can see how that's recovered. We are shipping quite a lot of goods to each one. We do need some more machines and some more goods. Goods are over here, and it is producing. and we do have some there, so that's slowly ramping itself up, and hence it's still going backwards and forwards. So Washington is doing really well. And if we come down to Billings, again, the little dip when we did our cargo hubs, but we've got a ton of goods here. We need more of the machines. Machines, where are machines? Machines are down here. We have 96 here. Cool. We are producing, we need more steel in this line. So a little bit of tweaking of these lines. Because if I come over here, you've got a ton of steel. Cool. We've got cogs. What are you picking up here or dropping off? We're going to pick up the cogs. Awesome, we've done really well, so let's double the cogs. This guy, when he comes in here, should be dumping a ton of the steel into here, because steel seems to be the biggest one we're waiting on. And again, it's good. We just need to probably tweak what we're doing, because what's this guy here got? He's just picking up cogs and plastic. What's he doing? Picking up cogs? Yep. So I've put him in just to pick up cogs, purely and solely, just to try and tear through cogs. I don't know if he picks up steel though. Let's have a look here. We've got cargo. Cogs is different. So what we might do is get you picking up some steel while we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And mediocre, yeah, we'll go for that. That gets you going a bit better. We do have a bottleneck, as I think I might have mentioned here. Again, this station here is probably going to have to be expanded out, just so we can give everything its own platform. So we're running into this issue here, or everything can have 2 platforms. So we're running into this issue here. We've got a train banked up here. We've got a train pulling in here. We're just not getting the freight moving, and this one here is costing us money. So that's one issue I'm probably going to work on in a future episode, but we're doing all right here. If I just spin back around to our original starting point, and you have a look at what this hub's got, it's tons of stuff, tons of fuel for Boston. I mean, that's awesome, that is. And this hub here, which I think is this one here, yep. Again, we've got tons of stuff flowing around. It's more consolidating what we've got to build up all of our industries here. Again, already we're pumping out the cogs. We just can't get enough steel in. So hopefully this train with 28, no, it would be this other train that's sitting here. It's you. So once this one here gets the hell out of the way, and I can bring this train in, he should get a lot of goods. So we'll just leave that window up here. We'll come down here and have a look at our line statistics. We are making money on all of them except the brick quarry. And yeah, I'll have a look at that in a minute. But let's just have a look and see what our train here is picking up. And I want steel. I want you picking up a ton of steel. And you did. That's awesome. Okay, we're still picking up too much of the planks. We don't need planks. We want more steel. Turn you around, put you back in the station. Let's get some more steel on board here if we can. Steel is what we need, not so much planks. And that's still empty. It is right. So you can't get it to no one. interesting. If we go here to line, manage line, Washington branch. Okay, load steel. Because we have I want you loading 70% steel and only 30% timber, because we've got a deficit here that's huge to chew through. So we'll do that on this next time. And again, pink train coming in. Now, what are you picking up here? Yeah, that's a bit better. Still not picking up as much as I'd probably like. Let's set it to that and see what it does. So yeah, coming back to here, most of our lines are making money. We are making 22 mil a go. We're up to 250 mil. We're pulling in copious amounts of money here. People just make money sporadically. I'm not sure why. Quarry brick, something I'll have a look at later. Our towns, we are growing. We start off with 200, we're up to 400, 440 in Boston, which is just here. Washington, which was going to be our capital, is doing all right. Everything is good. Emissions aren't too bad, but we are growing. We are getting tons of items. We've got 4 on 3 of them, and only Washington's down to 2. And yeah, I think we're doing all right here. First time playthrough on easy is not too bad. I can see why a lot of people don't do easy. This is something we got to fix next time. So I'm thinking next time I'm going to put in some passenger trains. We're going to link up our 2 cities into a hub here in Washington. So we're going to have going up, going down. I'm probably going to elevate them. I've been thinking passenger trains because I don't want them interrupting the freight lines, and the freight can be on the ground because it's heavy. The passenger trains can be elevated so we can get the speed up. And once we get to like the year 2000, we get the bullet trains, etc. It should be a lot better. So that'll do it for this episode. I'll see you next time we do some passenger. Connect our cities up and get them growing. Have a good day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you all later.